teams prepared for a showdown to see who will emerge as victors in today's IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Jaguars offense will have first crack at this one. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's Davenport. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Miami Redhawks offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, Dave?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keep it on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's talk for a second about Miami of Ohio. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back at the 30. He's at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Perry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw. It's Finn. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that second. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out.
He's got it down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, let's talk about the Red Hawks. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Hawks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass. It's Davenport. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woods. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They run the reverse. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Let's talk for just a second about South Alabama. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. You don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement. You create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
The Jaguars are flying down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side now. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Davenport. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Guys, for just a second, let's think about South Alabama. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll be stopped about 2. Short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit them right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by them.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Jaguars line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Finn. Gets it out fast. Smashes through the tackle. Going to go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball. You're going to have to come up with a plan to stop this guy.
Finding an escape route. Nice pick up on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the corner. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. That'll do it here in the quarter, guys, and Miami, Ohio has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kitchens. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Running to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Let's talk for just a second about South Alabama. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited. And a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. On the move, it's Tracy. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He's going for it all. Makes a grab for a big play. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. And the Redhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw, it's Finn. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Redhawks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Turns it on in midfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Jaguars will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Finn. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Red Hawks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Leaves it with the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Finn. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Miami. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Jaguars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On target. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
And the Jaguars have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Woods.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Jaguars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got his man quickly. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Woods. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
To the air, it's Davenport. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, South Alabama! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he made the extra point without problem. fielded in the end zone. It's Perry. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got it in the middle. It's Tracy. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Red Hawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Finn. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
That was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he only has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Woods. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll bring it out. It's Perry. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Guys, we'll see what this Red Hawks offense can get done this time. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, he's just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game, punctuating this season.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Finn. Makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking.
The Red Hawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Tracy. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Red Hawks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to sneak it. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try the run. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on. Going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Reynolds. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Snags it quickly on the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Hawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Finn. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
Rush is on him. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And the Red Hawks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Jaguars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Turning it on! They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 1st and 10 for the offense. The give on the inside. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that now.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Red Hawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Phillips. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Malone. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Works the middle of the field. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
To the air, it's Davenport. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. The negative play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far. Catching the ball that time, though, he had no shot. Defender barely.
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Redhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They're going to test the right side with this one. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That's the end of the period. It's Miami, Ohio on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. Looking for room. It's Brunson. Rely How will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. The hand to the running back. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Davenport. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Got the first down and more. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Jaguars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The inside handoff. Breaks into the open. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Woods. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Davenport. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
The Jaguars are threatening in the red zone. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Woodyard. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because of the pass completion. It's 1st and goal.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks thinking their back.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Got a man, it's Woods. At the 35, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Wants to go up top on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Quickly complete. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Jaguars are on the move. They just keep firing. Touchdown, South Alabama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Davenport. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Woodyard. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this
keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with the running back. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback running on the draw. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us here and for the